There are places in this world where history feels distant, like a story told and finished. And then there are places like Gettysburg, places where history never ended. Gettysburg National Military Park stretches across miles of quiet land in Pennsylvania. Rolling hills, open fields, scattered trees. It looks peaceful, serene even. Tourists walk the paths, cameras in hand, listening to guides recount the events of long ago. But beneath that calm surface, something remains, because this ground was once alive with chaos. From July 1st to July 3rd, 1863, one of the most brutal battles of the American Civil War took place here. For 3 days, the land trembled under the weight of thousands of soldiers. Gunfire tore through the air, cannons roared, men screamed, prayed, and fell. Over 50,000 soldiers were killed, wounded, or went missing. 50,000 lives gone. But when that many lives end in violence, in fear, in unfinished moments, do they truly leave or do they stay? Visitors to Gettysburg often come expecting history, but many leave with something else entirely. A feeling, a presence, a moment that cannot be explained. Because in Gettysburg, the battle may be over, but the soldiers are still here.
Little Round Top stands high above the battlefield, a strategic position during the war, and today a place of quiet reflection. But if you stand there long enough, you may notice something strange. The air feels different, heavier, as if it carries the memory of what once happened here. Visitors have reported seeing figures moving along the ridge, soldiers marching, their forms faint, almost transparent, yet unmistakable. They move with purpose, as if the battle is still happening, as if they are still following orders. Some have seen them on horseback, riding silently across the hill, disappearing into the trees. But among these sightings, one stands out: the headless horseman. Witnesses describe a soldier on horseback, moving swiftly across the terrain. But something is wrong, terribly wrong, because there is no head, just a body in uniform, riding endlessly, searching, fighting, or simply trapped in a moment that never ended. And then there is the old man, dressed in a worn Union uniform. He appears without warning, calm, still, watching. Some visitors have spoken to him, thinking he was a reenactor. But when they turn away, even for a second, he's gone, vanished, as if he was never there. But he was, and he still is, watching from the hill, waiting.
Beyond Little Round Top, the land opens into vast fields. Beautiful, quiet, but not empty. Pickett's Field, Peach Orchard, Wheat Field, Triangular Field. Each one carries its own story. Each one witnessed unimaginable violence. And now, each one carries something else: movement. Witnesses often report seeing soldiers marching across these fields, lines of men advancing as they once did during the battle. Their uniforms vary, some Union, some Confederate, but they all share one thing:
They do not belong to the present. They move in silence. No sound of boots on grass, no clinking of equipment, just movement, steady, unstoppable. Sometimes they ride horses, sometimes they disappear halfway across the field, and sometimes they stop, turning their heads, looking directly at those who watch them. And in that moment, time collapses, because for a brief second, you are no longer standing in a peaceful park. You are standing in the middle of a battlefield, and they see you, not as a visitor, but as something out of place, something that does not belong. And then they are gone, leaving behind only silence and a question. Did you just witness history or something far more unsettling?
If there is one place in Gettysburg that defies explanation, it is Devil's Den, a rocky area filled with massive boulders and twisted terrain. Even during the day, it feels wrong, unnatural. But its history goes deeper than the Civil War. Long before the battle, Native American tribes spoke of this place. They believed it was sacred, or perhaps cursed, a place where spirits walked freely. Some even claim to see the ghost of an Indian warrior long before the war ever took place here. And after the battle, the activity only grew stronger. Visitors report hearing gunshots echoing through the rocks, even when the area is completely silent. Drum rolls, distant, rhythmic, as if soldiers are preparing for battle. And then there are the sharpshooters, figures seen lurking near the tree line of triangular field, watching, waiting, just as they did during the war. But perhaps the most disturbing encounters involve something more direct. Cameras knocked from hands, objects moved without explanation, people touched by something they cannot see. And then there is him, a figure often described as a Texas soldier. His appearance is unusual, his clothing worn, almost out of place, sometimes described as looking oddly modern, almost like a blend between eras. He approaches visitors calmly, speaks to them, gives directions, and then disappears. No footsteps, no trace, nothing. Devil's Den is not just haunted, it is alive, with something that refuses to follow the rules of reality.
Beyond the fields and hills, there are houses. Structures that once provided shelter, now holding something else entirely. Spangler Spring is one of the quieter locations, but even here, peace is an illusion. A woman in white is often seen wandering the area. Her story is not tied to the battle. It is tied to heartbreak. In 1880, she fell in love with a married man, a love that could never be. And so, she ended her life. Now she walks, searching, mourning, forever trapped in a moment of despair. At Culp Farm, nothing is seen, but something is heard. Footsteps on the second floor, slow, deliberate, as if someone is walking back and forth. But when anyone goes to check, there is no one there. At the Weicker house, the fear is stronger. Visitors feel it immediately. in the attic, in the cellar. Panic, sudden, overwhelming, as if something terrible is about to happen. Sounds of running echo through the building, and one door remains open. No matter what is done, even when nailed shut, it opens again and again, as if something refuses to be contained.
The humble bog house holds one of the most emotional hauntings. In the kitchen, visitors often hear something unexpected. A sound, a vibration coming from the window. At first it seems harmless, but then they hear it. A voice, weak, desperate, calling for help. It is believed to be General William Barksdale, a man who was mortally wounded during the battle, left on the front lawn, calling out for help that never came. And now he still calls, still waits, still hopes someone will answer. At the cemetery lodge, the atmosphere shifts once more. Here, the sounds are constant. Footsteps on the stairs, up and down, as if someone is pacing endlessly. And then the sound of babies crying, soft at first, then louder, echoing through the building. No source, no explanation, just sound, alive in the silence. Gettysburg is not just a battlefield, it is a memory, a wound that never healed, a place where thousands of lives ended, but something remained. Because when death comes suddenly, violently, without closure, it leaves behind echoes, voices, shadows, and moments that refuse to fade. So if you ever walk these grounds, if you stand in those fields, if you listen carefully, you might hear it. The march of soldiers, the crack of gunfire, the cry for help that never received an answer. Because in Gettysburg, the battle never truly ended and the dead never truly left.